Okay, so I've made a bit of a start here with a project I'm working on, a space project. You see here we've got a ship, and I've also got these jazzy little these hands here. It's just a simple little particle effect with a little disappearing thing. They're probably a bit too big for the moment, and I'll probably make them a lot smaller in future. But what we've got here is a radar system where you can grab with your grip button on the controller and literally just grab all of space and move it around as much as you like. You're not actually moving any objects in space, just your reference, your perspective of the objects. But if the ship were to move, the ship will always stay dead center. It will stay where it is. So for example, if I click a trigger over here, I can fly to this circle, this object here, and you'll see all the rest of space moves instead of the ship moving. So not only is the ship always dead center and you can move it like this, all of space also moves in reference to the ship's position. So it allows the ship to always remain in the center and allows you to see anything from any perspective you would like. And you can click and issue commands right now, just pretty simple. And you can also scale by grabbing with both hands. And so you can scale down to make it so you can see really far or travel really far and see something over here, give a command to something over here or something. Or you can make it really big. And I've got a little bit of code that tries to make sure if you do this, it always tries to make sure, so if it tries to make sure that the ship ends up between your hands if you scale a bit too much. So as you keep scaling, it gets closer until it eventually ends up in between. So you can keep scaling up like this until everything's like life size. And obviously I'll add a little more detail to this actual ship. And we're going to have little crewmen running around here, and you're going to be able to issue them commands. So you can scale out to issue ship commands, then scale in and issue minute little commands here. And the thing that I'm pretty proud of here, so we issue a command, say we're going to fly over here, is the turret system. So the idea about the turret system, I thought this was a bit of a crazy idea, is I wanted a turret on the ship. I want you to hold it as if you're holding an actual pistol, like an actual handgun. And you might think, well, that doesn't make any sense because it's a turret, it's restricted in motion. But if I grab the turret, you'll see that actually, if I move in physical space, in position, it moves all of space, but the turret's not moving, which allows me to hold this up as if it was a pistol and aim it, as if the whole ship is now attached to my hand. Except the only actual control I really have is the rotation. It actually, I thought of this last night when I was trying to get to sleep, and I think it's actually come across really, really well. You can just quickly rotate, grab a gun, take a few shots, let go of it, and carry on with whatever you're doing. So I think it's pretty smart. I'm pretty proud of this little this thing, because you basically can line up, if the laser pointer wasn't there, you could line up with the crosshair and shoot, and probably want to have weapons that are have target locks and stuff like that, so you just aim in the general direction and it adds a little locking target, and probably going to have something like a prediction, so a little crosshair where you're supposed to be shooting, and then maybe a crosshair that's drawn, so if an enemy ship is flying across, it'll give you a little prediction of where you should be aiming, and then you can try and aim at that with your maybe with your laser pointer or maybe with a reticle. But I'm pretty happy with that. So it allows you to quickly move around. You can see everything you want to see. Really quickly get a good vision of what's going on around. So if in this game you're ambushed by some ships and such, you can quickly issue a command, quickly rotate and grab a pistol. A turret. But it feels like a pistol to actually shoot, which I think is pretty good if say VR games with pistols and shooting is really popular. This will feel really natural, and we're probably also going to have an exterior of the ship. So if you zoom out a bit, you'll be able to see the exterior, and then when you zoom in, it'll have a cutout shader, so you can see the interior, and then you can issue commands, and there'll be an engine room and a bridge and a few little functions. And you'll have a little crew that you can manage around, and they'll tell you where to go and what needs to do, and you can tell them what to do. So yeah, just a little prototype, just how far we've got so far, and I'm pretty happy with what we're doing here. So if you're interested in this project, then Discord just opened up, and you can check the link to that and you follow the progress. Hopefully I'll make some more devlogs in the future like this, showing the progress of this game. And also, if you happen to be developing a VR shooter game at the moment, I have a few assets on the Unity Asset Store. I might as well mention them since I'm at the end of the video. VR Weapon Interactor, VR Interaction, the VR Arc Teleporter. These are some assets. If you're developing a game in VR, maybe you want to check them out on the Unity Asset Store, VR Weapon Interactor. There's also a Discord for the VR interaction system if you're developing, and a separate Discord which is for this game and other games I might make. Okay, great. Have a good day.